First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to this new edition of KPIT Sparkle 2022. And this edition has certain learnings from the last edition that we have. It was a virtual edition, and I would be taking you through the learnings as well, and would be telling you about more about what is in store. So. So there is a small lag which happens during a live session, and I would request all of you to always be you may say alert on the slides that I'm referring to. Uh, so today we will be talking about, first thing is about a small piece about KPIT Technologies Limited, a little about KPIT Sparkle, which is an innovation platform, and why this is an innovation platform. A third important point that we have on the agenda is the assured framework for selecting ideas. Unless we tell you about the criteria that we use to select the ideas, it would be difficult for you to come up with those you may say that level of work. We also want to tell you more about product development using the technical readiness levels. So this is one very important topic. And the next thing that we want to tell you about is systematic innovation using TRIZ. And we will be talking a case study so that you get to know about what is TRIZ and how do we use TRIZ. Of course, there would be a question and answer session where you can actually chat with me. You can put your comments, and then we will be able to answer your questions. So a little bit about KPIT Technologies Limited. Uh, we are around 6,000 engineers across the globe. We are headquartered in Hinjewadi, in Pune, and we have development centers across Europe, USA, Japan, China, and Thailand, along with India. So the picture on the right is our beautiful campus at Hinjewadi. And basically, I would also be telling you more about what we do. So we are into autonomous driving, as we are into connected vehicles. We are into powertrain, both electric as well as conventional powertrain. We are into AutoSAR, into mechatronics, and into vehicle diagnostics. So if you look into our DNA, basically we are not an IT company as such. We are more an automotive company, and we are bridging the gap between IT and automotive. So we work on stuff, softwares, platforms related to the automotive industry. So this is a brief information for the students who have joined in, the TPOs who have joined in, the professors who have joined in, and also the incubation centers who have joined in. So I'm very glad to know that we have a reach. And yesterday I came to know that we got even registrations from Jammu and Kashmir. So basically, we are throughout the map of India, and basically, uh, I feel that everyone should know about the company. Now, what is innovation? This is a very important question. If you look at what has happened right now, I would just say, look at the theme. Why we have selected mobility. Mobility is equivalent to freedom. If I say that, you would agree to it now. because the pandemic has stopped everything. It has made the life come to a still. And now you know that freedom is also mobility, can be equated to mobility. So it is very important that you understand that mobility is a very important part of the mankind right now. And also energy is such a area which needs, you may say, we need to analyze how we are able to produce cleaner and greener energy. Otherwise, what would happen is similar to what uh, restrictions we are facing in mobility, we will have further restrictions in the area of energy that you'll come to know if a climate change happens. Now, with that, I would like to start on one topic, which is the core of this platform, which is innovation. Now, what is innovation? I'd start with that. What is innovation? This is a picture. You know about this. This is the recent news where Virgin Galactic has actually made a space flight, a flight to the space and back. Now think of this as an idea. What is innovation over here? If you look into this picture, you would come to know that innovation is an idea that has been transformed into a practical reality. It is an idea which has been transformed. For a business, this is a product, a process, or a business concept, or combination that have been activated in the marketplace, and it produces profits. So this is the actual definition of innovation. And the reason why I'm kind of telling you about innovation is because this platform is basically an innovation platform. And if I would say that the knowing about the KPIT Sparkle platform, it looks like a contest, but it is far more than a contest. It has opportunities. There are opportunities which are coming along with this platform, and this is about knowing the opportunities. Now, entrepreneurship is a big thing now. People have started looking at it as a alternate career option. And why not look at it at the initial stage? Because you have very less. And I will say that one more thing is which is important in entrepreneurship is about knowing what your limits are. How do you know the limits? Unless you test your hypothesis on a platform, you would never be able to understand what your limits are. So what you should be doing is you should be looking at KPIT Sparkle for two major opportunities. One is future entrepreneur, becoming a future entrepreneur. Second thing is if you want to get placed in KPIT. So what is this top 100 teams? I would definitely come to that point. Now, along with this, there are funding and incubation opportunities. We are connected with a whole ecosystem. In this webinar, you will be able to understand some of the teams which have got funding, how they have got funding, what they are at a certain stage, the continuous mentoring from the industry and academicians. So basically, you have you. It is not key. We are just asking you to build an idea on your own. We are saying that if your idea has logic, then we are going to support you with some mentors. Now, who are these people who get mentorship? I'll come to that. These are in the top 100. The top 100 teams get mentorship. So what is IP ownership? Intellectual property is one of the core areas of any academic and industry, you may say, business, you may say, field, area where people want to have this IP ownership. Now, the reason why IP ownership is important is because once you own an IP, you are able to actually utilize the IP in many different ways. It is not just that you create an IP and keep it on the shelf. It is more than that. You should be able to sell that IP and you should be able to benefit from that IP. That is the important aspect. And this is something which comes to you once you experience the platform. Of course, there are awards up to 21 lakhs for students and around 60,000 for mentors who mentor those teams. So it is very important that you know it is a platform which is open for undergraduates to the PhD level students. And this is not, the next slide will tell you more about this. It would, it is not, you may say, constrained to one field. The next slide basically tells you more, this slide tells you more about the ideas. Where are the ideas coming from? So if you are able to correlate with this, you would come to know that we are already connected with 1 lakh students, 1 lakh plus students. And if you look at the kind of ideas that are coming in, it is coming from all the corners of India. This is truly uniting the nation. This platform has truly united the nation. It's not just a one area or one state kind of a contest. This is across India. And if you look at our resolve of getting the ideas, supporting them to incubation, there are 15 ideas which are already at TRL level 4 to 5. And there are around 3 ideas which are market ready at TRL level 8. What is this TRL level? All these jargons are going to be explained in this webinar. And definitely, you don't need to worry. This webinar will also be, this PPT will also be shared with you. It would be on the resources. So basically, you can always go back and have a look at this. Now, what is the contest about? The contest is called I Innovate. Basically, this is a systematic innovation process which has been laid out. And these are experiential learning. Experiential learning is where you don't actually mug up formulas and just put it up. It's not like that. You have to build something. You have to build something and understand. After analysis, you understand a lot on what that thing is, basically what that idea is serving. Is it serving a purpose or it is not serving a purpose? It also exposes. So there are a lot of people among us who feel that our idea is the best. Now it can come to the market. Before even coming to the market, if you come to KPIT Sparkle I Innovate contest and you submit the ideas, what happens next? There is a process, there's a systematic process in which we ask you things which are related to not just from you may say not just related to the innovation part of it or the technical part of it, but also about the business part of it. Now how is that going to happen? We are going to go through the in the due time, you'll come to know about it. But this is the most important part of I Innovate, where you are able to basically understand if this system or this idea that you have in mind is really able to come to the market. Is it having the X factor in it? Now we come to the slide which talks on who can participate. Now if you look into the participation, the students, it's from undergraduate level to the PhD courses in science, engineering, design, management. Even in sciences, you go to BSc, you go to those topics like where the sciences are coming into picture. Of course, we have not written each and every you may say degree or each and every field over here, but it means that you are able to come to the contest and participate. The students can participate either as an individual or as a team. Now, it is always good to participate in a team because you bring in strengths. If you look at any product, basically the product will not be, it will not be, you may say, looking at a product, you cannot say that this is only a mechanical engineering kind of a project. It has, if you look at a real product that you use in real time, you will find that there is a lot of things coming into it. It's not just electronics or mechanical. There are many other aerodynamics, many other things which come into it. So it is always good that you participate in a team and you participate with members who are having different strengths. This is very important. Different branches of the college, the education stream bring in different strengths. So see to it that your team members are not more than 5. The maximum number is 5, and basically you are actually having a mixed team. And it need not be from your college. You know that there are some students from the other college who are your friends and they are better in certain areas. You can definitely invite them to your becoming your team member. Now the participation process is where you visit the KPIT Sparkle website. You register you register everyone in the team should be registered individually. So basically, once you register inside the team leader, you can actually elect a team leader among you who would be the single point of contact with KPIT. And basically what happens is this team leader then invites all the pre-registered members to form the team. The way it happens is you select the category and subcategory you want to submit your ideas, and then you basically, there is a form which comes up, which is called, which is like a multiple choice questions form, which actually gauges your technical readiness level of the project. So what is this technology readiness level or technical readiness level of the project is basically what is the stage of your project right now. It is asking you questions, it is also guiding you a lot of things. It is actually telling you about what you should be achieving to cross a certain TRL level. So go through these questions, do not bluff, because we are going to ask you certain documents related to those TRL levels. Immediately when you look at the next slide, next step is submit simulation PPT. So this year, and even in the last year, we have found that doing a simulation is much more easy and much more cost effective rather than building a real time prototype from the scratch without knowing if the prototype will work or not. You are actually investing money. So you need to first test before you invest money in a real thing. You need to test your prototype. Now how do you test your prototype? You are going to actually be supported by some tools. So definitely your colleges are having these tools with you, like the simulation tools, the CAD tools that are available. You would do a simulation which is at the actual size. So you don't scale down when you simulate. The actual size of the part, what you would be taking out should be there, and it should be simulated. There should be a presentation showing your innovation and your advantage. That is the first thing. Second thing is about the assured framework. We will come to this point of assured framework because this is one of the key areas that we look to selection of the ideas. Okay. uh, what you need to do next is submit a photograph of your prototype and then submit your idea for the evaluation to top 100. Now what is the top 100? The top 100 teams. So we usually in a year we get around 3000 plus ideas. Those ideas are not, all of those ideas are not at a level where they can be supported. Most of the ideas have not, like, we feel that either there is a lack of mentorship which is not there in the team. That is the reason. There may be some other reasons. People are not able to express the ideas and show the innovation out upfront. So what is required, once you submit the ideas and you get selected in the top 100, there is another phase which starts. So this phase is basically where you are being asked to take you may say suggestions from mentors. Now, who are these mentors? These are mentors from the industry. These are mentors from academia. These are mentors from the incubation cells of colleges. So why are these mentors coming to you? These mentors are coming to you because in the next stage, basically you will be required for going through an incubation process, and this process is very important for any idea. And these incubation centers, these mentors are going to support you during that time. So that is the reason why we basically connect the mentors to the top 100 teams, and these top 100 teams basically have a lot of webinars which are going on related to their field. For example, they are working in motors or electric vehicle, then there will be some specific webinars given to them on how you are going to test a motor, how you are going to do some kind of a simulation over there. All these things are going to be done through a webinar. So these are the top 100 teams that we are talking of. So your aim first should be to get towards the top 100 teams. And how do you do that is through the process which I mentioned till now. Once this process is done and we get the top 100 teams and they are mentored, we actually select we give them a you may say a go ahead for the final prototyping. Now it depends on how the final prototyping will happen. Some people find it easy to make a real time prototype, whereas some other people, they find it easy to do a simulation and show the results. In both the cases, we are okay with it. We are saying that you should be able to showcase the innovation. That is the most important factor in this process. And once you do that, it should be submitted as a video, and this video basically goes to the selection of the finalists. And then the finalists are the people who present and actually start their journey. And always remember, the journey starts at the end of the finale. It is not ending at the end of the finale. The journey will just start, and I will come to that slide which talks about the journey. Now, what is virtual prototyping? I have touched upon this in the previous slide. Virtual prototyping is basically where you use softwares instead of going to a full-time, a real-time uh, hardware-based prototype. We are asking you to first do the simulation in a software, and there are many such systems which are available for simulation, and you are able to do piece by piece simulation even in the softwares which are available with your you may say your with your you can actually do the simulation with your college. Okay. Here the mentors come into picture, the local mentors come into picture. It is very important that the local mentors also support you for this kind of a simulation. So definitely the colleges, I have been to n number of colleges. We used to go to so many colleges for the promotion. This year we are doing the promotion virtually, but everywhere where I went, they have a very superb lab, and basically all the softwares which are required to do some simulation. So the second point is very important. Small scale models or toy mechanisms will not be accepted as prototypes. This means basically, if you are doing a virtual validation, we expect you to do it in the real size, so that you come to know what are the drawbacks of your design. See, it is not something that you're going to manufacture right away. It is very important that you get an idea of what can be done, what cannot be done, and this helps you. This virtual prototyping helps you in that. I'll come to the next slide. The next slide is more on the timeline. Okay. The timeline is basically where we will be focusing on March to 31st August as the registration, idea submission, prototyping, and evaluation. Prototyping, I means the virtual prototyping, and the evaluation means the selection. So the first, this works on the first come first serve basis. Suppose there is an idea lying in the portal, we are, and it has a real time prototype, like a virtual validated prototype which is there with the required presentations and other documents which are required. In that case, we give that idea the first preference to be evaluated. The way the process goes is, once the idea is evaluated, they get a larger amount of time to do the to do their second phase. Second phase is the most important phase. From July to December basically is the phase where basically teams are guided. Now, what does that mean? Once they are selected in the top 100, there will be some specific mentors who take up some webinars, who take up some knowledge sharing sessions with you on your project. The reason why it is very important is because you need to get to that space where you are actually able to demonstrate that the virtual validation that you have done is good enough to show the jury members that your product is different than what is available in the market. So this is very important. And then, of course, from February to March, there is a set of jury, not just the jury panel, but also the people who basically mentor you to a stage where you are able to present your final presentation to the jury, and that happens in the month of March. So that is the you may say the process. And once you are in the top 100, basically we also connect you to a lot of incubation centers. So it is the incubation thread separates from the thread of the finale. You will find that people who have not been selected in the finale also getting incubated in some place, some incubation center. That is because the track gets separated. Basically it means that you still can come to the finale and also be incubated at a certain place. So we are providing the necessary resources and necessary connections for getting your product to as early as possible to the market. So how do you get the product to the market? There has to be you may say some filters which the product goes through, and the moment the product goes through these filters, this would be the you may say the point where you actually come to know, yes, you are having a idea, but maybe the business plan is not good. You need to focus on the business plan, you need to do some changes. There is a lot of things which change. There may be a case where after validation you'd come to know that, even after validation you come to know that some specifications need to be changed in your model so that you get the ideal value that you are looking at. So all these changes are happening from July to December. So this phase, the second phase, is very important. Okay, I'll go to the next slide, which is more on the awards. This is, I think I have already touched upon this. So the awards, I think it's platinum, gold, silver, and most popular, and a total of this is basically around 21 lakhs. And there are also some prize money for the mentor of the team. So that because of the mentor, the team has come to a certain stage, and we need to actually recognize this. So this is usually a certificate plus the award is given to the mentors as well. And what is the most popular award is, I would say that this award is got through voting. So if you look at the way Sparkle is conducted, all the finale ideas get published on our portal, and this portal has a mechanism of basically upvoting. So there is a video, your video, a short video on what you have done, and there are some votes which you need to get on that video, and according to the highest vote, the person who gets the highest vote wins. So that is the way it actually works. Now we come to the core of this webinar, which is about mobility and energy for the future, and about the theme of KPIT Sparkle. So it is very important that you understand mobility is an important factor in the life of mankind. So if you look into mobility, what are the how are we defining mobility? We are defining mobility in these areas, in these themes, like electric vehicle. If you look into electric vehicle, there are new motor designs, new motor control techniques, electric motor efficiency improvement, efficient thermal management systems, and like you may say, it would be for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and even four-wheelers. So basically it would be something like that. Now new motor designs, if you research more, we are moving from, say, you'll find that there are new types of motors which are coming into the market, into research itself. So till now you'll find that most of the motors are radial flux motors, but some of the motors which have recently come in are axial flux motors, which have a very great advantage over the radial flux motors. You should be looking into all those areas. There are different techniques for temperature control of these. So, so these are some areas in electric vehicles. In a hybrid electric vehicle, there is a supervisory control for HEV, which needs to be an important part, and new transmission design. In hydrogen fuel cell for automotive, you'll find that even I would like to mention that one of the teams had actually come very near to integrating this into a vehicle, but they were not able to integrate it. If someone are able to do it, it would be a real time thing. Hydrogen fuel cell for automotive. So integration of fuel cell stack in vehicle, alternative to Nafion membrane, and thermal management of fuel cell. These are some of the areas, and you don't need to worry. These things are going to be coming to you as webinars. We'll be having some experts speak on these areas. And if you are a part of KPIT Sparkle, if you have not registered till now, you should be registering, because these are the next areas of mobility. So machine learning and artificial intelligence, ML based diagnostics for EVs, deep learning for vehicle parking, etc. So there are telematics for two-wheelers and four-wheelers, in-car speech recognition, bike navigation systems, telematics for vehicle fleet operations, etc. So these are some of the areas. You'll find that road vehicle and passenger safety also have a very big importance in the area of mobility. And of course, smart helmets. There are different types of tires which come up, which may be deployed for reducing the tire bursts, better visibility, accident prevention, and of course, multimodal platform for multimodal transport is one more area. So if you look at charging infrastructure, I think that you already know that there is going to be a very huge shift from the conventional vehicle to the electric vehicles, and this is one of the areas where even the government is looking out for entrepreneurs who are able to do this. So these are the broad categories and areas in the area of mobility, but these are just pointers. I would like to say that this is not a fixed kind of a thing. It is the area in which some new innovation can come in. These are the most probable areas that you are able to innovate. So this is one of the things. And then if you look into the energy part of it, the energy storage technologies, one of the most crucial things for even electric vehicle. You look into low cost novel earth abundant electrode materials. You already know that lithium ion is being the material which is used currently for most of the batteries, but it is not available in abundant, and there can be a monopoly in the future. So we have to come up with different materials and alternate to this material. Novel electrode architectures, solid electrolyte, again a very important area. I think a lot of research have been done in this area as well. If there are any IITs, IIMs, or even your institutes, even if there is some kind of a you may say research going on, and you feel that this is different than what is available in the market, please do come to KPIT Sparkle. We welcome all such ideas. So, of course, energy generation technologies, hydrogen gas production and collection by using techniques related to biofuels. So these are some areas. Improvement of hydrogen generation using electrolysis, high energy, efficiency power generation techniques. So all these are you may say the areas in which energy can be not just stored but generated, and you may say distributed. So these are the different areas. Renewable energy, again, a new materials in solar photovoltaics is something. Compressed air solutions, solid oxide fuel cells. I don't know if this may not be new, but Bloom Energy is one of the runners in this solid oxide fuel cell. You need to go to their website and have a look at it. Definitely all these areas, whatever we are showing right now, there would be speakers coming in and explaining them, each and every one, in deeper. For that, we will be dividing the people who are registered and submitting ideas into categories, and then the webinars will be scheduled for those categories who are having those ideas in that area. So that is the way it goes. And of course, I would like to remind you of some important rules. During registration, you should register before the deadline. You should provide authentic information. The reason being that we are going to, it is not a one way communication. We are going to hear from you as well. Or if I don't know if some of you might be from the previous Sparkle batch. So basically, you might be knowing that we communicate a lot through our internal portal itself. We have a chat mechanism. If you give your mobile numbers different, your email address is different, a lot of communication get lost, and basically it is detrimental to your team if you are not getting the right communication or the right expectations that we set for you. Because no project is similar. For each of the project, there are different goals which are set according to what the project is, and these need to be communicated to you. And that is the reason why we have to have this process in place, where you submit the authentic details to us. Now, during idea submission, you should go through all the theme and the category. Think of the idea that aligns in one of the category. It is very important. Discuss the idea with the mentor or professor for better, you may say, communication. Not just knowing what that person is telling you, but also to know if there is certain X factor which is coming out of this discussion. So it becomes a very important thing. You need to have a multidisciplinary team, and this is also very important for you. Now, all these things are available as rules. This is some of the glimpse of what happened last year. So we had these honorable jury panel, and as well as chief guests. So basically, we would want to give you a platform where you are getting recognized by one of the best people in India. And of course, you should be knowing about the incubation story. So as I said, I had actually said that the story starts after the end of the contest. These are the people who started their journey, and they are now at a very good position. They are working on their own startup. And if you look at the people over here, most probably I wanted to show this slide because you look at their prototypes, and we would be arranging, you may say, webinars along with them for for them to show you their current status. You will find that they have come from the very scratch, if that is the right word. And it is the determination that actually we will win, and it is the determination that we will be able to. It is not about winning the contest. Most of them have not won the contest. They were in the finale, some were even in the top 100. So basically, the message over here is all the top 100 teams get a chance to talk to an incubation center, to let them get to that point where they are getting incubated. It is only like it is only to you and your team where you want to draw the line. The sky is the limit in KPIT Sparkle. So this is one of the things that I wanted to show. Again, you may say a slide which actually shows the recent, you may say, funded projects which came up. So this is very important for you to learn and understand, is because this whatever pictures, whatever prototype photos I'm showing you right now is the scratch. They have built it from scratch. It is very important that you understand that they didn't have this initially. They started it by coming through KPIT Sparkle. They started working on it and they were able to come out with something. And these are the basically the people who are taking it forward. And this is the connect, this is the story which actually needs to be known to you, because this is the CSR activity that KPIT does. We actually help people to understand what their ideas can manifest to some product, to some service. So this is the part of CSR. It's not just about conducting a contest and giving out prizes. That's not the ultimate goal of so we go to the next slide. So as I said, success is a journey and not a destination. We should be knowing